It's like a hot rod, like a, you know, an American car from the 60s. Okay, let's do a hard brake. Oh, here's a bonus for you. It's one of the most comfortable seats I've ever sat on. What lies in the box beneath me has 1,500 watts of peak power, a 28 mile per hour top speed, and it comes in 4 different colors. What does the Q20 from Movcan have to offer? That's exactly what we're going to find out as we take it out of the box, put it together, take it for a spin, and then grade it on fit, form, and function. And we have us one Q20 all put together. And what an endeavor that was. That's a good word for it. What an endeavor, okay? As far as what you get in the box, okay, you get a really nice toolkit. There's all kinds of tools and everything in there. You get a bike lock. That's your battery. I think that's a license plate frame if you want to use that. You get an air pump that you're going to have to use if you don't have one. And you get a bicycle moto phone holder. Now, coming from China, that's a long way. This bike, the actual box was really kind of beat up and the bike was not that protected. Okay, so we do have some scratching here, some scratching there. That's an issue. Okay, that's one of my issues. Another issue I have is the way that this thing attaches. Okay, this is weird engineering, that you have a bolt here that holds this and you have to get this lined up and then this tightens up here. There's a lot going on right here. The main problem I don't like is this right here. It's a folding bike, which is fantastic. This doesn't do anything. This can come up. This will flip out, and you're doing the splits before you know it. Look at that right there. Okay, so I'm going to try to tighten this up. It is on a spring. I don't know if I can. I may just zip tie that together because that's not good engineering. Okay, this thing's going to fly off. And I really have an issue with that, okay? Other than that, and the fact that I had to air both of the tires up, they did not come pre-inflated. 99% of the bikes come with the tires already inflated. This one did not, and after sitting for months and months, it's a plasticky tire, and it molds to the shape that it was in, okay? So when I tried to air it up, the lip around here kept popping out on both sides. So I had to lay the bike down on its side and then literally hold this so the lip would catch. And then my air inflation thing wouldn't hardly fit through there, okay? And I get it, it's the same thing. It's just like that one right there, okay? So be very careful. If you get the bike, have fun pumping this up and watch out so you don't do the splits right there. Other than that, I think it's a good looking bike. I love the white. I love the fact that it is folding. Okay, see, it's even scratched up right here too. Okay, the seat Does look very, very comfortable. You get a rear cargo rack. You have hydraulic brakes. I like this. You get a turn signal. Almost every bike now is including a turn signal. I do have to tighten this up. This is your LCD screen, which looks good. I mean, it's an okay bike, and it does fold, which is great. As far as the features of the Q20, this is where I'm really excited. This is a 1,000 watt or 1,500 watt peak power motor. Like I said, top speed 28 miles per hour. Inside here, we have a 52 volt, 15.6 amp hour battery that gives you a 40-mile range. That's not super long, okay? I just had another bike that claimed 80 miles. This one is 40 miles, a 330-pound capacity. These are 20-inch by 4-inch tires. As far as what the display looks like, here you go right there. Can you see it? Hopefully you can see it. If I go into the shade, there you go. That's what it looks like, blue and white. The bike is about half charged right here. You have the plus and the minus, the power. You have a headlight. Okay, you have turn signals. Can you see this? But the turn signals are only for the back. Okay, there's no way they could have a little turn signal in the little bitty headlight right there. And you have to cancel them like you do with every other bike. You have a horn. There you go, that is super loud. And you have the twist drive right here. Okay, and the Shimano 7-speed gear system. So, I'm gonna pay some attention to this right here. I'm probably going to zip tie it or something like that just to make sure that it stays put. And we're gonna take it for a spin, then we'll come back and we'll grade this on fit, form, and function. I do wanna show you what else you can get with your Movcan electric bike, okay? Take a look at what the company sent me. Look at this right here. These are saddlebags. Yeah, you want to, I don't know, you could deliver food, you could put your books in there, you could do whatever you want to with these saddlebags. These things are so very cool. I think it adds a lot to the bike too, but yeah, you can put anything you want in there. And you just close these up, strap them down, and you're good to go. Look at that. Oh, that is so cool. So cool. And yes, it does increase the versatility of the bike. Way to go, Movcan. It is a beautiful day for a bike ride, so let's do just that, okay? We have the Movcan looking really good once again. This is the Q20, 1,500 watts of peak power, 40-mile range. I am excited about this. Okay, I think this is really gonna be comfortable. Hopefully the most comfortable seat I've ever sat on. You got some ventilation going on right there. I did put a zip tie and I was able to tighten up this bolt right here. So this seems to be way more secure than when it was shipped. So we're gonna, you know, say a little prayer, hope everything goes fine there. And then we are gonna go out and enjoy this electric bike. So here we go. We have, I wish this was a little brighter. Okay, but over here you have the horn, you got your light, you have your turn signals right here, up and down for your pedal assist and your power button right there. It is a twist grip. So let's just take off. We're at pedal assist 1 right now. Let's go up in pedal assist. We're now at 3. And this is a smaller bike. I'll tell you that, yeah, it's a much smaller bike. So if you're a smaller rider, this would be perfect for you. Do a quick little brake check here. Okay, well, it's really quiet. It is very quiet. I do need to adjust the brake handle. Okay, this one is here. This one is way down here. So I'll do some adjusting. Sometimes you do have to do some fine tuning when you get a bike. I cannot see the LCD screen at all. It's just, it's very, very light. So I don't really know what pedal assist I'm going to be in. So I think I'm in 3 now. Let's go down and have some fun. You can kind of hear the gears like the old-timey 10-speed bikes. You know, when you don't pedal, you can hear the like that. Yeah, you can kind of hear that with this one. Okay, this part of the ride is all for the suspension. All right, let's go ahead and see how she does. This is the suspension test. I purposely try to hit some of the rough spots of the road just to see how the bike responds, and I just let it do its own thing. And it does okay. I can feel the front suspension working. To me, it feels like the bike is almost kind of, what do you call it in a car, crab walking? That's when the back tires are not right behind the front tires. That's a little different. Okay, now let's go up in pedal assist. I gotta stop and see what it is in. I really cannot see. There we go. So we are in 5. It's just very hard to see. Okay, this is torque hill. We're going to go up this with just the power of the bike. Anything above 12 is good. Hopefully I can see. I think it's 13, 14, 15, 15, 6. Now we're down to 14, 13, 12, 5, 12, 4, 11, 9, 11, 5. And I'm in top gear, okay? And this is supposed to be a 1500 watt peak motor. We're going 10. 10, 9. There's an 11, there's a 10, 9 again. And 11, 11, 10. Yeah, anywhere between 10, 9 and 11, 7. Oh, and there goes the seat again. Okay, so it's a little disheartening. Okay, let's pull over here in the shade. So we did not do well on Torque Hill. And the problem with the seat, let me show you what's going on with the seat. The bar underneath here, it comes to it's thinner at the very, very tip top. So if the seat falls down, that you start moving around like this. But I've tightened this up. Here, you can see, watch. Here we go. Okay, can you see how it changes from there to there? Yeah, this is a little bar. This is the round part that tightens up. So if this slips down into here, there's nothing holding this still, and so you start doing this, okay? So you've got to really have your seat tightened, and I've tightened it almost all I can, and still be able to close it. So let's just see. This is tight here. Okay, so now I'm pretty tall. All right, here we go. Let's just okay. I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to think of good things to say. The seat's already slipping again. The brakes are good. We can focus on the brakes. As we're going uphill, we can do some shifting. Here we go. Yeah, the Shimano 7-speed has been used in electric bikes for quite a while. It's a good system, and so I know that's why they use it, because it's very crisp, it works, and it seems to be fine. I should have used my turn signals right there. Okay, that's 22, 20. There is some road noise from these tires, as you can hear. And there's a clicking from the back. But she will get up and go. I mean, as far as just like a flat, smooth surface, this says 25, I believe, right now, which is okay. As 23, 24, 25, 26, 25. So in a straight line, yeah, she's fine. She does okay. Let's do a hard brake. Oh, okay. She likes to brake. She will brake. That's good. The problem is, I don't think the bike likes to, it likes to be upright. It doesn't like this. It doesn't really like to turn a whole lot. It's got a short wheelbase. And I just don't have a lot of confidence in turning. It's like a hot rod, like an American car from the 60s. They were great at going straight. They were very powerful, but you throw some turns in there, some curves in the road, and no, they were not great. So, yeah, this is like the hot rod of electric bikes. Not a lot of torque though, I will say that. Going up a hill, I needed more from the motor when I was going up Torque Hill. But on a slight incline, it does fine. Okay, here, this is 7th speed, 7th gear, and the bike is doing just fine. I feel comfortable doing it, yeah. I will say, here's a bonus for you. It's one of the most comfortable seats I've ever sat on. I do like the seat. The seat is fantastic. Uh-oh, what's wrong? Come on. Let's change gears here. That one was a clunky change. Here we go. I'm going, I think that's a 12. We'll use our turn signal here. Okay, there we go. Everybody knows I'm turning. From the back, they can see it. And there we go. We'll turn that off. The horn still works. That's a loud horn. That is probably one of the loudest. I like the braking aspect of the bike more than the going aspect of the bike. Okay. Other bikes I could really set the bike, turn. Yeah. I could really make the bike lean over. That's a better word for it. I could make the bike lean going into that turn. This bike does not like to lean. It likes to just stay upright, which is okay. Let me show you how this bike folds into a pretty small dimension right here. You do have a latch right here, and you have to fold this up and then kind of fold it down, and then there's a little tab, a little circular tab. You have to push it that way, and then as you can see, everything folds, okay? So it's gonna fold this way, just like this, and then you have a tab here, you lift up, you open this up, and the bike will fold this way. Lift the kickstand, and there you go. Look at that. And they give you a little peg to stand on. So this goes to a pretty small size, and I will say it is easy to fold. Let's go ahead and grade the Movcan Q20 on fit, form, and function. Fit the way that the bike was packaged and how it was to put together. I'm trying to be nice, okay? I want to say, not the best experience. Okay, this whole setup right here and the way that this actually folds, and I'll show you here in a minute, and the way that it attaches, I've never seen this before, and I just don't have a lot of faith in it. The way that the bike attaches right here, I can even show you. We'll switch the bike around. The way that this locks into place right here, I don't have a lot of confidence. That's why I actually put a zip tie right here for it, and even with the zip tie, I think I could make this move and unfold on its own. So as far as fit, we're going to give it, I'm gonna say a C- because there's just some things that I really do not enjoy about this. As far as form, I do think the bike looks good. It comes in 4 colors, black, white, green, and then rose. We'll put the pictures up there for you. So there are some options for that. Okay, I love the fact that it does have a seat. We do have a rear turn signal and rear brake light, which is nice. We do have the front headlight with an off and on switch right there, so you can turn it off and on, which is good. The controls are nicely placed. You have the Shimano 7-speed gear system right here, which is always good. But as you can see, it's a smaller bike. So as far as form, we're going to give it a B. Function, what it was like to ride, coming up Torque Hill, it didn't pass. It really didn't. I thought a 1500 watt peak motor would have more torque, it would have more oomph, it would have a higher speed, and I was hoping for more. So I didn't have a lot of good things to say about the torque. Riding it though, it is comfortable. It's just the way that the bike kind of coasts. And to me, it feels like instead of being like this, the front and the rear tires, it's kind of like that a little bit. And the bike does not really like to turn a whole lot. So sometimes on a bike as you're moving, you can turn the bike like this and lay it down and she'll be fine. This bike likes to stay upright. It absolutely likes to. Even just a little bit like this, it gets kind of squirrely on you. So just take that in mind. But the one thing you do have to realize is this is a very inexpensive bike. Okay, anytime you can get a bike for less than let's say $800, it's not going to have all of the bells and whistles. It's not going to be as nice as some of the other bikes. There's a big difference in a price difference. Let's say you buy a bike that's $1,000 or more. Those are usually going to be more comfortable, more powerful, better built. If you get a sub, let's say $800 bike, this one is $720, you're going to be compromised on some of those things. And so this is a very inexpensive bike. If you're looking for something to kind of teach yourself about the electric bike world, you don't have to spend a lot of money. Like I said, right now this one is less than $720. The LCD screen, this is useless. If it's not dark or if you're not in the shade, you can't see this at all. You really cannot. And I tried even removing the plastic wrap to see if that made a difference. It did not. So yeah. So for function, I'm going to give it a B minus. Yeah, I mean there are some pluses, there are some minuses. Like I said though, this is the most comfortable seat I think I've ever sat on. So that in itself is good. It's keeping it from a C grade. Just the seat alone has saved the Q20 by Movcan. All right. So if you want some more information, we do have a link in the description box below the video. Please go check it out. It'll give you all the information you need to know. And if you do want to buy yourself an introductory bike, this might be something for you, okay? Thank you for watching. Thank you to Movcan for sending this to me, and we're going to be back with another electric bike review very, very soon. Go out and make it a great day. Enjoy a ride on a bike, and I'll see you again, okay? Bye-bye.